Hello everyone and welcome to Game 4 in the series between Reprisal and Remind here on Echo Isle. Game 4 in the series, currently Reprisal up 2-1 in this series. We'll see if he'll be able to finish it off or Remind will be able to force a Game 5 in this, what I now know to be a best of 5 series, since some of the observers were talking about it earlier. Now, Human versus Night Elf. We'll see what the strategies are here on Echo Isle. Echo Isle, a rather small map, only 2 spawning locations, so you know where your opponent automatically is, and only 2 expansions total. So it is very rare that this game does turn into an economic game, and this is one of those games, or one of those maps, where it really matters... excuse me. It really matters if you're able to stay in no upkeep the entire time. With limited gold on the map, you want to make sure that you do not lose any of your gold to taxes. Otherwise, that is just very bad style, unless you really are going for a very high pressure game. Now, as this game is getting underway, you can see an Ancient of War now being set up, and we'll see whether or not... Oh, what is this? A late Altar of Elders. So I was going to say whether or not he goes for Demon Hunter or if he goes for a different strategy. In the last game on Twisted Meadows, he actually went for a Shadow Strike Warden with Blink, and that turned out to be extremely effective, hunting down that Archmage twice. It really felt like Reprisal was trying to go for a different strategy. Excuse me. Reprisal was trying to go for a different strategy and was unable to do so. And apparently I have the replay vision of Zotac Passenger, but he has left the game. Now, game is underway. We'll see what the strategies will be. Most likely these militia will be now called down south. Archmage should make his way out in just a moment. Meanwhile, Altar of Elders not yet quite done. Wisp now preparing himself to hire a hero from the tavern. Which hero will it be? It almost feels like any hero from the tavern is a good Night Elf hero, and it will be a Beastmaster. Beastmaster here on Echo Isle. And we'll see how effective this Beastmaster will truly be now, as we see archers still training up off over here, the Beastmaster with those Quill Beasts, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of piercing damage, as we now see militia creeping to try and clear out this expansion down. We can see that the Archmage currently sitting at level 1. He may be going for a Town Hall there, as we can now see one Quill Beast attempting to run away. And it is going to be an Expo setup. So Reprisal now opting to go for an Expo. And he's going to be very difficult, or have a very difficult time trying to stay at tier or stay in no upkeep. One of the reasons why expansions are not nearly as effective in WarCraft 3 than StarCraft 2 is that in order to have an effective expansion, you need to have a lot... you need to have a lot more workers than you would normally try to get. And with that, with a lot more workers, you end up getting into low upkeep. Quill Beast now going after the Arcane Tower. The Arcane Tower taking a lot of damage so far. It looks like it is going to constantly be repaired. Is it going to be enough? The Arcane Tower, 49 hit points. It does get taken out by the Quill Beast shot. And now one Quill Beast may fall. Yes, one Quill Beast does fall, as a new tower now attempting to be built and upgraded. Meanwhile, Archmage now going after some of those units here. It looks like we do have a slow on a Troll Shadow Priest. Archmage now battling up against a couple of those archers here, as we now see a battle between a Footman and a Beastmaster. The Beastmaster winning the best of that particular engagement. As the Archmage now going after archers. It looks like the Town Hall or the Arcane Tower may fall once more. The peasant has to be careful. Is it going to jump inside the gold mine? Yes, it does jump inside the gold mine just long enough to walk back out and get taken down by the Beastmaster, perhaps. Quill Beasts are going to get taken down. One Quill Beast down over here, making sure to not feed any more experience, as militia once again being called in. So Footman battling up against that Quill Beast. This one Arcane Tower already down to 100 hit points. It is being massively repaired by a lot of peasants now, as it's trying to stay up. And now finally that Arcane Tower with Arcane feedback able to push this attack back. Archers are currently shadow melded. The lightning shield currently not activating, as you can see no damage being dealt to that water elemental. One archer, oh, is it going to get taken out? No, it is not going to get taken out, as we also see a Troll Berserker getting picked up. Another Archer showing itself just long enough to get get Shadow Meld once more. 3 Archers in the middle of the night as a Beastmaster now making its way in, pushing back against this Archmage. You can see now the Water Elemental looking to perhaps hire some mercenary camp or mercenaries, push against these Archers. 2 Archers here low on hit points as the Archmage now forced to retreat, and now Footmen are simply going to hide off over here as well. Arcane Tower is up. You now see a Hunter's Hall being trained and being built. We'll see what's going to come of that Hunter's Hall as a Troll Shadow Priest is once again hired by Remind. Remind really just trying to stay on top of this as we now see a Pandaren Brewmaster. So a Pandaren Brewmaster going after some of those Footmen, and these towers may fall very quickly. Breath of Fire, a very effective spell at dealing with towers. Especially if you take a look at the animation does not have the full effect of that Breath of Fire, as you're now going to see the Archmage go after that the Pandaren Brewmaster going after those units there. Archmage and turning around, Breath of Fire does go off across a couple of militia. Some militia may get taken out here. One Pandaren Brewmaster may go after those units, as we now see Archmage once again pulling away. Archmage going to hide itself by the Arcane Tower. We may see an Arcane Vault here eventually, as we are currently sitting on 41 over 42 food. Meanwhile, the Footmen are going after Remind's other units and heroes, but the Footmen may end up falling. Remind playing very aggressively here. Reprisal not playing as sharp as he has been in the past couple of matches so far. He is going to get up this Arcane Vault now, but really he is behind in tech. He's still at Town Hall. Now is going to really rely on towers, and it really feels like Reprisal, if he's able to get his economy going and stay in low upkeep and then jump up into an 80 food army, that may be effective enough, but he really needs to get there. Renegade Wizard now will be focused down. Talisman of Evasion will be picked up, perhaps sold by that Archmage. Archmage doesn't really need it all too much, as we now see Kobold Tunnelers will get destroyed. Level 3 on that Archmage now. Meanwhile, back here, Remind has cleared out the natural expansion, but not really doing anything much with it. Pandaren Brewmaster does have a Circlet of Nobility, but he's not doing much of anything either. Pandaren Brewmaster and Beastmaster both looking to get to higher levels, more effective Breath of Fire, more effective Quill Beast in order to do any serious pushes. Town Hall still not being upgraded.
A player's force is under attack.
Sometimes I wish I had a sneeze button. Anyways, Footmen now just going to go ahead and engage over here. Pandaren Brewmaster dealing off a nice Breath of Fire, dealing a lot of damage across multiple Footmen, as now we do have Defend on Reprisal's Footmen. So the Defend on those Footmen are going to push back a lot of that damage that the Archers would normally deal, including the Dryad. If the Dryad's not careful and he accidentally attacks Footmen that have Defend on, it's just going to come back and pierce the Dryad, dealing a lot of damage, as Dryads are unarmored. You can now see the Pandaren Brewmaster may come back in once more. There's another Breath of Fire. This chase not going all too well. What is going to be happening here? One quick detonation as the Archers are going to perhaps turn around. There's a Scroll of Protection now being used, or has been used, as you see that additional +2 armor, and now one Ancient of War sitting at this one Ancient of War just sitting at the natural expansion here. Towers are going to be placed down, and Reprisal looking for more map control, but a Breath of Fire from behind dealing a lot of damage. Slow now being cast across the board, as well as we now have a Scroll of Healing trying to be, or will be used to try to keep up some of these Footmen, but some of those Footmen unfortunately got hit with a Breath of Fire after a Scroll of Regeneration was used. Now, apparently they're saying that Remind should GG, as things are not looking too well for him. More towers are being established. You can see that there is this Tree of Life off over here. It is not going to be lifted up in time, but there's only 2 towers. We can see now that the Pandaren Brewmaster may come in with the Breath of Fire. No, not enough mana just quite yet, trying to take down that Arcane Tower. No one's repairing these towers. What's going on? The towers definitely need to be repaired, and now we see Reprisal coming in. He does have 63 over 78 going after units, and another Squirrel Town Portal to back off. So multiple guard towers are being upgraded, but now in comes the army of Remind. Remind gonna perhaps just charge down in here. One guard tower may be up, and another arcane tower may be up. So only 2 towers will be operational. Dryads now making their way in. The guard towers do fall very, very quickly, though, as they are unarmored while they are upgrading. One guard tower does get taken down. And now we see that the Ancient of War has uprooted itself. Footmen now coming in as well. One guard tower, one arcane tower. This guard tower looks like it will get cancelled, as the Ogre Mauler now joining in on the fight. This arcane vault looks as though it will not be completed unless a new peasant starts to go to town or goes to work on it, as we now have some more arcane feedback coming in across the Pandaren Brewmaster. This one Ancient of War will be destroyed, as we now have Reprisal sitting at level 3. He does have the stronger army, 69 over 78 compared to Remind's 48 over 50. But even though there is an expansion coming in from Reprisal, Reprisal is only getting about 40% more resources every minute. Some of the things that you got to be careful about when you do have upkeep, as we now see the Footmen are going to start to fight. There is, finally engaging against that defend. But there's Bears, Druids of the Claw, and with those Druids of the Claw dealing a lot of damage and perhaps getting in some rejuvenations as well. All of this tier 1 Footman is not going to be able to deal that much damage. Beastmaster slow has been cast, and just turning around, fighting rejuvenation, Staff of Preservation, nicely done, as a bear form has been finished. So those bears with 960 hit points and dealing a lot of damage is going to be able to push back against all of these units. I have heard it said that bears are essentially a level 1 paladin in the Night Elf army, and you can have as many of them as you want. Very effective units, dealing a lot of damage. Archmage now coming back in. There's a Drunken Haze and a Breath of Fire, Scroll of Healing used to try to counteract that, as the Beastmaster still battling back and forth. The Pandaren Brewmaster down to 346 hit points. Another Breath of Fire could be coming in if he actually had mana, as this battle still rages on. The Pandaren Brewmaster, yes, finally gets some Moon Juice, should be able to get off another Breath of Fire. The Beastmaster now forcing a retreat here, as we are going to see a lot more healing as we are fighting in the base of a Night Elf. Pandaren Brewmaster continuing to fight. It looks like he does have plenty of mana. Where is he? Where are those Breath of Fires? He needs to get them off, and he needs to heal back up. Perhaps a Breath of Fire here would turn the tables, as there's so many Footmen in the center. Pandaren Brewmaster not getting focused down to 25, 15 hit points. It does get taken down, and now the Beastmaster is the only hero left alive here. The Beastmaster may get to level... Oh, Potion of Healing just in time. Saves it, as another Quill Beast now being launched out. Still, you can see what the Remind still in trouble, as he only has one hero left, fighting back and forth. But there is a lot of low hit point units here. The Bear able to survive at 60, 37 hit points, and now continuing this push. The Beastmaster may get to level 5 if he's lucky enough, as he now is going to take down this Water Elemental. So Water Elemental gonna get destroyed. There it goes. Double Clarity Potions. Rejuvenation needs to be cast onto that one low hit point Druid of the Claw, as we now see the Archmage sitting at level 4. Oh, Reprisal looking to take another base. So Reprisal gonna get up this third base in just a moment. We are still at tier 1. Mass Towers. Still mass tower, so only one hero at this stage in the game. And now there's the roar. What is going to happen? Beastmaster now pushing in. That is a lot of towers to be had. We do see the Hawk with its magical attack going to be able to destroy these towers very quickly. Beastmaster taking a lot of damage from that arcane feedback, and now you can also see the Druid of the Claw taking arcane feedback. Archmage looking to come in. Rejuvenation on the Bear. Is it going to be enough? Units are trying to pull back here. Beastmaster is in trouble. And now another Bear does get taken down. One low hit point Bear. Not enough mana to actually try and do anything, or go back into Bear form. Perhaps regenerate some hit points. There is the Moonwell. And now it looks as though this attack has been, or this pressure down over here has been stopped. And Reprisal sitting very comfortably on 3 bases to his opponent's 1. Reprisal now looking to get a strong counterattack. Remind, his only true advantage is the fact that he does have He does have a hero advantage now with 2 heroes and a Pandaren Brewmaster joining in on the fight. We should perhaps get in some more rejuvenations and a roar as well. And there you go. There is that roar. There is a hawk, and we are going to have an engagement here in just a moment. The Beastmaster is also using some clarity potions, and in comes the engagement. In comes anti-magic shell on the Pandaren Brewmaster. The Pandaren Brewmaster gets to level 3, and here comes the battle. Breath of Fire taking down a lot of those towers. Both sides battling it through as we now have level 5 on the Beastmaster. The Beastmaster now getting arcane feedback, but the towers look like they're gonna fall. The Pandaren Brewmaster gets off another Breath of Fire, taking down multiple peons here. This is a lot of towers to deal with, but the Beastmaster unrelenting in his attack, and the Archmage may end up falling. Another tower goes down. One bear gets taken down, but that doesn't give any experience since it was felled by a tower. And now 3 towers or 5 towers here. That is all that is left. Can the Pandaren Brewmaster? Yes, gets off another Breath of Fire. You can see how effective all of those towers took. 140 damage, and now the Beastmaster is returning. Beastmaster sitting at level 5, getting close to level 6. Pandaren Brewmaster sitting at level 3, almost at level 4, and this town hall will fall. And what seemed like an impossible situation for Remind to overcome now seems like an advantage for Remind. A level 5 and level 4 hero versus a level 5 and a level 3. Staff of Preservation, those bears, as I mentioned, essentially like level 1 paladins, each of them dealing a lot of damage and also being able to heal. Where is that Beastmaster going? Now the Beastmaster with that anti-magic potion was very effective. We'll see. He's going to now summon another Quill Beast and perhaps put pressure into the main base, as both sides have a whole bunch of towers up. We do not see any more masonry upgrades coming in at all. The towers only have 6 armor right now, as the Beastmaster looking to put pressure. The Beastmaster going to get some damage and there from that Archmage, but we do see that that Orb of Venom does deal damage over time onto that Archmage, and now the units are deciding to pull back. Beastmaster losing a bit of mana there from that Arcane Tower, as we are now going to see these units finally push their way forward. Remind getting a rejuvenation here, as we are now gonna start this attack here in just a moment. You can see that there is Griffin Aviaries now coming down, triple Griffin Aviaries, and that means that we are going to have a lot of Griffins or Dragon Hawks, and we'll see what's going to be happening here as we now have a Pandaren Brewmaster and now anti-magic potion once again being used, making sure that it does not take any arcane feedback. That Hawk is in the air dealing magic damage as well. Breath of Fire hitting multiple units, and now the Pandaren Brewmaster looks like he could perhaps come back, get in another Breath of Fire, and take down multiple peons here. Is he going to do exactly that? Yes, able to deal more damage, but still not quite enough. Staff of Preservation saving some more units and pulling back. And once again, Pandaren Brewmaster sitting at level 4, Beastmaster sitting at level 5. This battle is going to start to engage. We can see that there are some units over here. Some units trying to repair, as now a Mountain King is out. So Reprisal getting in a level 1 Mountain King, getting in some Storm Bolts, and this is going to be a very difficult engagement now with the help of an additional, heroes. Right now, I'm still reading the conversation. What is a creep? It's MF. I'm not sure what MF is, so I've never heard that term specifically. As we now see another Breath of Fire coming in, but the Pandaren Brewmaster has taken a lot of damage and now once again backing off. And we'll see where this is gonna go. We can see that the Druid of the Claw over here could get a rejuvenation. We are getting an Ancient of Wonders now, a proxy Ancient of Wonders, in order to buy perhaps some clarity potions and get more Breath of Fires. You can see more arcane feedback damage still being dealt. Mountain King looking to hit with a Storm Bolt, but unable to do so, as now we are going to have a move off to the north. Reprisal still without any additional masonry upgrades. He still has a ton of gold, and now getting into a lot of Dragonhawk Riders. A lot of Dragonhawk Riders, that's going to be a problem. We are at Castle, and we are now going into Griffins. So this is going to be a true air battle, as we are now level 5 on the Archmage. Level 5, level 1 versus level 5, level 4. Who will come out ahead? Dryads are effective against those Griffins, but very, very ineffective. against the Dragonhawks, as the Dragonhawks also deal piercing damage. But there is no animal war training just quite yet. No, it is being researched as the battle is going to go on. We are going to get some abolished magic now coming in. That we could get a Stormbolt now onto the Pandarin Brewmaster. Both sides fighting it out. Both of the water elementals have been destroyed. Dryad, ooh, a nice Staff of Preservation saving the unit. And now the Quill Beast able to deal a lot of damage to those Dragonhawk Riders. So those Dragonhawk Riders are forced to retreat, especially as that animal war training just completes. Griffins are being added to the rest of this group. 3 Griffins in the air, level 2 weapons upgrade. Bears are going to have a very bad day. But who will come out on top? Quill Beast going to look to deal a lot of damage to those Griffin Riders, the Griffin Riders, and able to deal a lot of damage to those bears. It's all going to come down to micro at this stage, as we now see the Pandarin Brewmaster pretty much creeping by himself. He wants to creep by himself. The Beastmaster can't gain any more experience from creeps. So now going to take down the Ogre Magi. 1 Ogre Magi down, and now a Potion of Greater Healing, a 500 hit point heal. Very effective, as we are now going to lose this Ancient of Wonders once more. The Tree of Life is starting to entangle this gold mine. It looks like this gold mine will be out of gold in about 2 more minutes. So nice timing here, and it really feels like, even though Reprisal has the larger army, I believe at this stage, he's been harvesting a lot longer, and this gold mine is going to run out. He's going to run out of resources, and if he doesn't trade well, he's going to end up losing a lot of his units. You can now see Hippogriff Riders are in the air. There's a Thunderhawk as well. Bear's going to come in from the north. And now in comes the army to try to battle it out. In comes some shackles. So that is going to be a big issue, as both sides now turning around. The shackles on those Hippogriffs, not allowing them to engage. Bear's now trying to fight back in. What's going to happen here? Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. The Paladin, Tri-Hero Paladin at level 1 gets taken out, as the Pandarin Brewmaster may get taken out as well. Level 5 on the Pandarin Brewmaster. Now another Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire now coming in. All of those units in the air are going to take a lot of damage, as the Pandarin Brewmaster still has a Potion of Healing and a Potion of Mana. If he's able to get off perhaps another critical Breath of Fire and turn this around, there's a Breath of Fire dealing even more damage to another Griffin. And the Pandarin Brewmaster at 250 hit points is not forced to use his Potion of Greater Healing. The Beastmaster, now sitting at level 6, does have Rampage, or I think it's Thunder Lizards, and we'll see what's gonna is it Thunder Lizards or Rampage? I think the Rampage calls Thunder Lizards. We'll see what's gonna happen here as the Pandarin Brewmaster gets teleported back home. There's a rejuvenation, perhaps gonna buy some clarity potions as well, get some more mana, and then move out. You can see here, this mine is about to be destroyed. This mine about to be destroyed as well. And Reprisal, who seemed to be dominating the entire game, now is in trouble, as he's going to deal with level 3 Breath of Fire. You can see double anti-magic potion and a potion of mana. That is going to be huge. Beastmaster at this stage picking up a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability could clear out this creep camp as well, just for the additional gold. No more leveling up possible for any of the heroes unless he hires a third, as the Beastmaster now makes his way in. He's gonna anti-magic shell, turn around, and then do that Thunder Lizard call, where they are appearing and destroying right here. And you can see all of these buildings just getting absolutely destroyed. Now Archmage now looking to come in. There's a Breath of Fire. Drunken Haste could be coming in. You can see that the Hippogriffs are all just roared right now. Thunder Lizards destroying this entire encampment here. More Thunder Lizards showing up. The Hippogriffs going after Griffin after Griffin. The Pandarin Brewmaster does have Storm, Earth, and Fire. Could split into 3s and deal even more damage. The Druid of the Claw looks like it may fall, but there is nothing really left for Reprisal. The Pandarin Brewmaster, is he going to Earth, Storm, and Fire? No, does a quick Staff of Preservation to save, and Reprisal loses the game, even though he harvested a lot more resources. A gold mine, 7,000 resources harvested, but still unable to keep up with just the defensive stand. Reprisal overpushed, miscalculated, and now Remind was able to force a Game 5 in this series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.